Hello, everybody. This is Bennyhillz back with another Vintage Cube draft, and this pack is excellent. There's Polluted Delta, Figure of Destiny, Daze, and Fire Ice that I'm all happy to lead on, and then, of course, Mox Jet, which we will be taking. This card is just, it's really, really good. Great in Reanimator. Reanimator uses Moxen better than most other decks, so we'll take this, and I generally don't think it's that valuable to think about what you're going to wheel after one pick because we have no idea what we're drafting. Like, there's literally nothing is off the table right now. So, yeah, but hopefully we get something good from it. Ooh, okay. I like a Fallen Shinobi here. This card is really fun. I enjoy playing with this card quite a bit, and it's also extremely powerful. There's also Everflowing Chalice, Charter Course. You can second pick a Deceiver Exarch, but I generally would prefer to pick the other half of this combo early, the Splinter Twin Kiki half. There's some okay aggro cards, but definitely taking Shinobi here. There we go. I'll also put myself down to the bottom there. Ooh. Well, this is getting a little bit color intensive here, but Dak Faden is amazing. Treachery is also very good. So is Murderous Rider and Treasure Cruise, but Dak Faden is excellent. So we are looking like we're going to be 3 colors, but hopefully we can make that work. All right, I do love Narset, especially with Dak. You can make it so they can only draw 1 card, and then you can use Dak to plus on them, so they draw 1 card and discard 2. And Factor Fiction is also great, but I'm going to take Kolaghan's Command. This card is phenomenal. We already want to be Grixis, and it's also great with Shinobi. You can like bring it back if they kill it. So we'll go with that. Okay, now we have a couple pieces of fixing that don't really help us. Spellseeker doesn't get anything yet, but it is a pretty good card. There's also Firebolt for cheap interaction. But I think I'm going to take the Ravenous Chupacabra here. It's also good interaction, and it plays better with the Shinobi and with the Kolaghan's Command. Yeah, we'll go with that. Ooh. Wow, this is looking very good. Remand is excellent. So is Strix and Liliana. I think I'm actually going to take the Strix here. I wouldn't even mind Bitter Blossom or Repeal. I think I would just take this pack and not pick anything else in this pack if we could. But that we cannot do, alas. Baleful Strix is just super good, though. Really good with Shinobi. Good at protecting Dak. We now have 3 very good value creatures to rebuy with Kolaghan's Command, so Command is looking excellent. Sad to pass a Remand and a Liliana this late, but Blue-Black is looking very open. Okay, there's an Angrass Rampage and a Click. That's very close. I think I'm going to go with a Click here. It is really close. I like Angrass Rampage quite a bit, but we're going to be base Blue-Black, I think. Is there any chance? Or okay. Click is very good with the Shinobi. And yeah, I think it's a little bit better than the Angrass Rampage. Okay, here we can take a Wandering Fumarole. I don't mind Collective Brutality, but I think Fumarole is like we need fixing here. We have very color intensive mana requirements, so we'll take the fixing. Okay, now we have Daze and Kroxa. And I actually like Kroxa. I think Kroxa is underrated. First of all, it's good with Dak. Second of all, we're likely going to be playing a lot of cheap interactive spells that go to the graveyard. Although Daze is really good. But I think I'm going to go with the Kroxa here. I think this card is going to be really good, actually. Okay, not too much for us here. We actually could play Yawgmoth, potentially, if we have enough creatures. It's really good with Kroxa. Yeah, I think I like that better than Banefire. Now I can pick up Murderous Rider. That's actually a really good late pickup. Again, our mana requirements are very steep, so I really do want to pick up some mana fixing, but Murderous Rider is great. It's another thing you can rebuy with Kolaghan's Command. Yeah, just a great card. Right now, it's looking like we're going to really beat up on creatures and struggle a little bit with non-creatures. We do have Click to interact with non-creatures, and then like Kolaghan's Command and Dak Faden to mess with artifacts. And I guess this deals with Planeswalkers too. So we have versatile removal, but we don't have counter magic. Could this actually be a Null Priest deck? Yeah, I think I'm going to take this here. It's good with Shinobi. Revoker is also reasonable. Actually, maybe Revoker is probably just better. Yeah, I'm going to take the Revoker. Oh, I was hoping to wheel something from this pack. I guess we'll take Shieldred. Repeal is not bad. I might actually play Repeal. I think it's better than Char. And there's the Hermit. Okay, so we weren't getting like last picks that we want to play, but this is looking great. These are all cards I'm pretty happy to play. And then like, oh, wow. Okay, well, this is pretty awesome. So we have, I mean, we're just going to take the Mox. Like, double Uncolor Mox is so good. Maybe we can wheel the Rakdos' Return, which would be a really nice one. Jace is definitely not going to wheel, but I would love to play it if we could. But yeah, 2 Uncolor Moxen is really, really nice. Now we have, unfortunately, this doesn't help. Oh, I guess this helps us with the fixing a bit. So it's really Spell Pierce versus Spire Bluff Canal. There's also Hymn to Torok, which is solid, but I think I'm actually going to take the land. Spell Pierce is good, but I really, really need to have good fixing, and I think I'm just going to prioritize that here. Okay, Windswept Teeth is not really going to help us much here, I think. There is Riftwind Cloudskate and Strip Mine. And Darkfleet Daredevil, I guess. But I think I like just taking Cloudskate here. That's really good in this sort of deck. Great with Shinobi. And just great when you're sort of playing like tempo value creatures. Oh man, why are they in the same pack? I really want Marsh Flats and Volcanic Island. I'm going to take the Volk here. This is only half on color and it doesn't help us yet. But yeah, now our blue-red fixing is great. We don't have any black fixing, but hopefully we can get some. Wouldn't mind picking a Brain Freeze for the board either to beat Storm, but cannot do that here. Okay, now we have Fatal Push, Animate Dead, and Lava Claw Reaches. I think I'm just going to go with a land here. Keep on prioritizing that fixing. Frantic Search is also okay. It's good with Kroxa. Can we splash green as well? Probably not. We should probably just take the Miscalc. Yeah, Miscalc is very good. Especially because we passed up on Daze and Spell Pierce, so we do want a little bit of counter magic. Okay, here we could take Liliana. We could also take Batterskull. But Liliana actually seems pretty good here. We have a high creature count. Yeah, I'll take the Lily. Here we could take Wishclaw Talisman is okay. It's sort of funny how you can get Dak and then steal the Talisman back. Pyroclasm is okay, but then this actually could be a Goblin Dark Dwellers deck. It's really good with Kolaghan's Command, although I guess that's mostly it. I think I should just take the Pyroclasm for the board. This really solidifies the aggro matchup. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Well, there's a dual colored card in our colors that's just also horrible for us. Really not much for us here. I guess we could take Makeshift Mannequin. I'll take the Nahiri in case we get white mana to splash it. This card is really good, and I would like to play it if we could. Ooh, wow. Was not expecting Spell Pierce to wheel. Recurring Nightmare is also interesting, but I think we should go with the Spell Pierce here. Cheap interaction is very, very good. All right, I don't think this is an Emery deck, although I guess it could be. We have 3 artifacts, and then Fuel and Kroxa in the graveyard is good. I don't think we want Dark Petition, but we could just play Yawgmoth's Bargain. I'm going to pick the Bargain, actually. This is a good top-end card. That sort of guarantees we can outgrind some decks. Ooh, Brain Freeze is a good sideboard option. Frantic Search might make the main deck, actually. Although, probably not. Because the card disadvantage is relevant. Okay, I like a Pack Rat, actually. We might even play Pack Rat. All right, let's get that Mox Ruby. Get the trifecta of Uncolored Moxen. No, so unlucky. We could just take a burn spell. We could take Embereth Shieldbreaker. We could take Ophiomancer, or we could take Copter. Copter actually looks pretty good here. We have a high creature count. Yeah, I'll go with the Copter. This card is really, really good. If you can consistently crew it, which I think we can. All right, right now I'll cut a few cards we don't need to be playing. Those two. Maybe we don't need Repeal. I do want to play a lot of these, though. Ooh, I like a Bob here. We have not the lowest curve ever, but a decently low curve, and then 2 Moxen to drop it on turn 1. Yeah, I'll go with the Bob, and then maybe we can wheel Grave Titan or Midnight Reaper. We still have no black fixing to speak of. We just have this one Lava Claw Reaches, which I don't love. Here I guess we just take Faithless Looting. I think that's better than Bone Shredder. Yeah, I'll take the Looting. This is better than Frantic Search for our deck. Still no fixing. There's Glorybringer versus Impulse. I think I like the Glorybringer a little bit more. We do need a bit more top end still, and Glorybringer is a great top end piece. It is our only double red card, which is a little bit suboptimal in the mana, but I don't think Impulse is like that great. Ooh, love getting a late Watery Grave. I would also play Jite or Kitesail Freebooter, but we really, really want the fixing. Now we have blue-red and blue-black fetchable duels, so really hoping we can get a fetch land. Okay, no fetch land, but we do have Force of Will. Do we have enough blue cards to play this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not great, although there's nothing else here. I mean, look at how many green and white cards there are. Jeez. 5 green cards. Holy moly. So yeah, we'll take the Force and then see if we can get there on that. Okay, more fixing is solid. A lot of white cards in this pack, but the Blood Crypt is nice. So I think if we were playing Force, then we do want the Repeal. I still don't think I want to play Frantic Search, though. I would rather have the Looting. Okay, now we have Bloodchief's Thirst, Flametongue Kavu, and Agadeem's Awakening. How many spells are here right now? There's 6 lands, so we do need a few more spells. Agadeem's Awakening would be pretty good here. We have a lot of like cheap value creatures that you can get back. But Flametongue Kavu is really good, and we actually are a little bit light on creature removal, surprisingly light on it. I think I'm going to take the Flametongue here over the Agadeem's Awakening. I think they're both a little better than Bloodchief's Thirst. I do want to have enough creatures to like crew the Copter and be beating down. Okay, now we can take an Incinerate. Pretty happy to get that. Okay, so do we want Brainstorm or Midnight Reaper? I think I like the Brainstorm a little bit more. We don't have any fetches. So actually, maybe this card is just pretty bad. But it is a blue card for Force. And Midnight Reaper, I guess Midnight Reaper is actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to go with this over the Brainstorm, actually. Okay, Bone Shredder is good. So we're looking like we're going to be heavier black than I was originally thinking. So now I'm actually going to cut Force from the main deck. And cut Repeal. And ooh, Sling Gang is actually good in this deck, I think. It's great with Yawgmoth, great with Midnight Reaper. Oh, wait, this says non-token. Okay with Midnight Reaper. All right, we'll look at this in deck building. Okay, so we could just run, maybe we cut Liliana and run 17 lands. That would give us 19 mana sources. But we have Looting, Copter, and Dak to filter through them. I think Sling Gang is actually good here. I mean, it's very good with the Yawgmoth. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. So if we do this, I think our black fixing is the worst, so I'm tempted to try this. This gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. Yeah, that seems great to me, actually. So we will run it like this, and I think this deck is phenomenal. It's playing some somewhat sketchy cards, but I think it has like 2 Moxen, Dark Confidant's amazing, Copter's great, and then some powerful synergies, and Fallen Shinobi to just steal games out of nowhere. Seems pretty sweet. I'm excited to see how it goes. See you in... Oh, do we want Pack Rat? Maybe we should just start with Pack Rat over Sling Gang, actually. Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit better. For game 1, at least, and then we can bring in Sling Gang when it's good. I will see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1. We're on the draw with a hand that will be phenomenal if we draw literally 1 land of any kind. And we have 17 lands and 2 Moxen. So we have 18 mana sources out of 33 cards. Meaning our chances of hitting are like almost 80%. Yeah, I think that's worth it. If we go turn 2 Bob with a bunch of lands in the deck, that's great. We have Riftwing and Bone Shredder, which are good when you're behind, and Baleful Strix. So I think this hand has such a high payoff that it's worth it. Okay, perfect. So we have turn 2 Bob available now. Actually, we have Bob, Strix, or Riftwing, which are all reasonable. But I think I'm going to go with... Actually, against this, especially if we draw a land... Okay, yeah. I'm just going to suspend Riftwing. This plays the best around Counter Magic. So now we have a window where we can stick our Bob. They might be holding up Spell Pierce, which would not be a problem. So hopefully they play something like Elder Gargaroth here that we can just Bone Shredder very easily. Okay, Nissa does get them a land, but that's not too bad. We're going to get to untap with Bob, it looks like, which is going to be very effective. Fauna Shaman. I think I'm going to kill Fauna Shaman before killing the Nissa. Ooh. So we can go Kroxa into Bone Shredder here. I think that's the right play. I guess we could also just kill the Nissa and then bounce the Fauna Shaman next turn. That's probably better, actually. They're pretty close to flipping their Nissa, and if they did that, that would be pretty problematic for us. We're definitely just going to let our Bone Shredder die here if they don't attack. Golos. Okay. We can steal that with Dak, actually. That's really good for us. We'll see what land they get, though. Hopefully it's not a Sheldock Isle. Mutavault. Okay, that's fine. They probably should attack here. Okay, I guess there's actually no need with the Bone Shredder. Whoa, lots of triggers here. Bob flips a Miscalc, sure. Play this and bounce your Fauna Shaman. Don't pay for this. Ooh, Chupacabra is interesting. We're still going to steal first, though. So, Dak. Give me that Golos. Then hit for 4. If they kill our Golos, then they can animate Mutavault to kill the Dak as well, but that really doesn't matter that much. I guess there's an argument to holding a land for the Dak, but I think it's fine to play land there. Although we do need a second red for the Kroxa. They do know about our miscalculation, which is a little sad, but if it just means they If the knowledge of miscalc is a double stone rain and it just means they don't use 2 lands every single turn, that's a win for us. Garruk Relentless. That's a little bit annoying because it can kill our Dark Confidant, but we can just kill it, so it's not that bad. And I don't think we want to cycle the miscalc end of turn. Normally I would, but against the green deck, they have... Oh, Fauna Shaman. Do we want to... Yeah, I guess I'll just counter this. And now we can do Kroxa next turn. Oh, wait, no. We're going to be... Oh, no. We can. If we draw Red Source, which we do. So we'll deck ourselves. Discard Looting Midnight Reaper. And then go Kroxa. All right, sweet. So really took him down there. This should be a great matchup. We have good removal to deal with their things, and they don't really have good ways to break up our engines like Kroxa or Dark Confidant. So blue-green. We do want a lot of removal. Pyroclasm. I don't think we need it. Yeah, I kind of think I should just run it back. Although, actually, no, we should bring in Revoker. This is good against both Planeswalkers and Mana Dorks. We could bring that in and then cut... I like the removal. I like the Spell Pierce. We're on the draw, so we could cut a land. I think Yawgmoth is pretty good. Maybe Pack Rat on the draw. They can just go over the top of it. All right, here we are for game 2 on the draw with a funny hand. I mean, we have all of our colors, so I'll keep it for sure. But I would have expected to have had some mana color issues if we have only basics. And we also do have some troubles, like we do need double blue and double black, but I'm not going to complain here. Opponent leads on an elf, unsurprisingly. Mox, Chupacabra, okay. I don't think it matters. I'll lead on this, I guess, since the card we want to play next turn is red. Cultivate, okay. That's a little bit scary. I'm going to kill their thing now. I guess we could just play Smuggler's Copter. But I think it's better to take them off of a mana. Well, Basic Mountain was the worst land we could have drawn there. Hopefully we can draw some blue or black sources soon. Dak Faden. Okay, I'll just play Dak and loot. It's not the best ever, but it's not bad. Okay, Kolaghan's Command is nice. I think I'm going to pitch Yawgmoth Copter here. Yeah, that seems right to me. The Copter is just a little slow. Like, that's not really the type of game we're playing. And, yeah, Ravenous Troop Copter is just great. We could also end up pitching this Mountain, but we can do that next turn. So this turn we'll go Kolaghan's Command, presumably. 6 mana, prime time. Okay, well, hopefully we can find a black source to kill that. They have, like, infinite mana, though, now, so that's pretty scary. Mutavault's their only value land. That's good for us. Strix is decent. At least it means we can block the prime time if we don't find a black source, but we do find the black mana. So discard that and that. And then choop it down. But there's a lot of things they could do that would really mess us up here. Like, they could just play Avenger of Zendikar. They could play Terastodon and blow up a bunch of our mana. They just have such a huge mana advantage, so we'll see. Oh, well, if that's their play, that's really weak. They might just be flooded. So we block the Mutavault. That's great for us. And now if we find a blue source, we can click them. Hopefully it's an artifact. Acidic Slime blow up the island. Okay, that's fine. Actually, that's totally fine. So now what we do is we'll loot again, looking for Croxa. But then we can, okay, discarding, I think just Swamp Midnight Reaper. Or maybe actually Click. No, Swamp Midnight Reaper, yeah. And then, because now we can play Click next turn. Then we go Kolaghan's Command to make you discard your last card and kill your thing. Target player discards a card, shoot that. Then we drop the Fumarole and pass turn. Okay, their last card was a Forest, so it wasn't actually that scary, but this is fine. We can also start decking them just to like mill them, basically, but as long as we have Croxa in our deck, I think there's a lot of value in us just putting cards into our graveyard. Golos. Okay, so I'm just going to steal that with Dak. And then click them in the upkeep or in draw step. Spell Pierce is pretty much just going to be dead, so we can discard that to the deck. Karn, ooh. We couldn't, and they were also 1 mana above us being able to Spell Pierce it, so really good we had the click. Now they just draw Gilded Goose. That's a lot less scary. So we will deck ourselves. Wow, those are some good ones. Discard Spell Pierce, and then I think just Dark Confidant. Although it is really good. Maybe it's Bone Shredder, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to discard Bone Shredder. I'm hoping we can find the Croxa soon, though. That's like our main way to just deal damage quickly. So play the Strix. Shinobi. Okay, that's our other main way to deal damage quickly. So now we should be good to go. Hit them for 6, and then next turn we can Shinobi them. All right, sweet. So very smooth start. I think creature decks are what we want to be playing against here with our plentiful removal. So very strong start. I'll see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2 against 3-0. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but we have a keepable hand. All of our colors, turn 2 interactive spell, some good ways to kill creatures. Ooh, all right, just snap loose to that, though. Yeah, that's like actually the nightmare card for them to play. Library of Alexandria is probably just actually unbeatable for our deck. Since we're so reliant on like 1-for-1 removal and things like that. The only chance we have... Oh, whoa, they didn't use Library. Okay, that was probably just a misplay. Now we can just Croxa and take them off the Library for good. Wow, yeah, that was great for us. Croxa is not normally that impressive here. Normally you'd want to hold up Miscalc, but I really don't want to let them draw back up to 7 and then have another opportunity to use the Library. Swamp. Okay, do we want to play Moxjet? I don't think so. Against Swamp, I doubt that they'll play a draw 7 here, which is the main thing that would make me want to play it. If they thought seize it, that's fine. But this, if we play it, then they can play Thieving Skydiver or Dak. Or just like many other ways to blow up artifacts. Ooh. Okay, that's going to put them back up to Library mana, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to play the Mox now because it lets us hold a Miscalc plus Incinerate, but that's a really, really unfortunate thing that they had Night's Whisper there. Now they can get on the Library train, and we can't really beat that. Narset. Well, I'll miscalc that. Now, if we draw a red source, we can play Glorybringer. But yeah, Library is so good here. That's very unfortunate. Okay, there's our red source. Actually, whoa, their life total is weirdly low. How did it get that low? I guess Croaks hit them for 3, Night's Whisper hit them for 2, and Prismatic Vista hit them for 1. Days. Oh my gosh. No, not only does that counter our spell, it also keeps them at Library cards. That's a nightmare. So now our only way to win basically is hope they don't have an answer for Wandering Fumarole. We can't outcard them for sure, but we might be able to just like cheese them out with a few random burn spells. Leavold. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that probably seals the deal. Just repeatable life gain. Yeah, our deck basically cannot beat the card Library of Alexandria. We have no way to kill it. Yeah, that card just single-handedly rocks us. Do we want to play Copter or... I almost want to just concede, to be honest, but I think I'm going to hold off for a little bit and go for this. We could maybe somehow win if we hit Shinobi. That Knight's Whisper was truly brutal. It basically let them draw like 5 cards because that's what's allowed them to use library every turn. They could have gotten back on the library plan, but they would have had to not play a spell or a land for a turn, which would have been a really big tempo hit. Okay, I'll play the Strix here. If we land, we can attack again. Otherwise, we can just play the Smuggler's Copter. Kolaghan's Command. Okay, I'll play the Copter. So now they can escape the Uro, but then we can play Chupacabra to kill the Uro and then crew the Copter and hit for 4, which isn't great, but it's something. At least it cancels out the life gain from the Uro. This deck Library would be so good in this deck. I would trade any of my spells in a heartbeat for a Library. There's not a... Yeah, it's not even close. Shambling Vent. Wow, lots of colors over there. No play. Wow. Okay. Don't really care about the looting. I'm just going to crew the Copter and hit for 3 in the air. They could animate Lumbering Falls if we attack with the Wandering Fumarole. Do we care about that? No, I think I would rather just hold mana up. Okay, if they're going to do that, then we will attack with the Fumarole because they can no longer animate their Lumbering Falls. So they're down to 6. They can go back up to 9 with the Uro. Hopefully they don't do that, though. They could also attack with a Shambling Vent, and we have Incinerate to deal with it normally, but not right now. We do have 5 points of burn in hand. Looks like they are going for the Uro plan. Sort of funny to have it be Uro versus Kroxa here. Usually Uro wins that fight, but hopefully Team Kroxa can get through this one. So they can play Murderous Rider here. Liliana. That's really weak. I don't know why they played that. It's definitely stronger. But yeah, I would have played Murderous Rider there if I was them. I mean, they can make us sack our 1/1, or they can make us discard a card, which takes them off of the library. Sure. Goodbye, Strix. Murderous Rider. That's a good one. But we are going to Chupacabra the Uro first. Ancestral Recall. Jeez. Okay, yeah, this is... The last matchup was the perfect matchup. This is the perfectly bad one, but we're still fighting. We have a chance. We just need to hope that they get a little bit risky and just like let their life total fall low, which they have already sort of done. But the fact that they've gained 6 life off of Uro, I mean, we could have literally just killed them with this Incinerate if it wasn't for that. All right, so we discard our Faithless Looting. Now Croxa is online. Five mana. What's this? 6 mana. Okay, sure. Massacre Worm. Okay, that's fine. Part of me wants to incinerate their face end of turn. We could also just kill their Lily. This is very close. I don't think we care about the Lily. I think I might actually just kill the Hex Drinker, though. Although, let's see. Is there any way we could burn them out and just kill them? We get them down to 6, and then we could burn them down to 4 with Cold Gun's command, but then Croxa wouldn't do it. This is very close. There's 2 real avenues here. First, we could just go for the kill, which would mean incinerate their face, put them to 6, untap, just pass, and turn Kolagun's command to bring them down to 4, and return Glorybringer, and then go for the Glorybringer kill. That wins if they don't have any interaction for it, which is a little bit unlikely but possible. And then the alternative strategy would be to incinerate Hex Drinker, untap, Murderous Rider, the Massacre Worm, and Kolagun's command to kill Lily and rebuy something, and then just try and outgrind them. But then they can just bring back Uro. I don't think that's a winning plan, actually. So I think I'm going to go for this line, even though I think it loses. Yeah, I don't think we win doing this line, but I think there's a chance we do. And the other one doesn't really give us a real chance. Ooh, Shinobi is interesting, but not actually good. So we could kill something, but I'm just going to pass. They can plus Lily if they want to. Yeah, we need to hold up mana because we might need to, if they go for Shambling, then we might need to Murderous Rider that. They know something's up because they saw that we could escape the Croxa. I just want to emphasize how Library is so much better than Ancestral here. Ooh. Does that remove any chance we had left? Maybe. So we can go Swift End, kill this. Okay, then Kolagun's command. Target player discards a card, just deal 2 damage. Oh, we don't even have black mana for this. Okay, I'm just going to concede and give them less information then. I mean, yeah, we're dead. So we just need to hope against all hope that they don't draw a Library. That card is just the best card in the format in 50% of matchups, in my opinion. It's I do think in this matchup, in a matchup where there's 2 control decks that are both playing black, I think Library is actually significantly better than Ancestral Recall or Soul Ring or any other card that you could possibly be playing. There's a lot of matchups where it's also bad, so I'm not saying that it's actually one of the best cards in the format, but in a certain subset of matchups, it's absolutely unbeatable, and unfortunately, this is one of them. We could bring in Yawgmoth's Bargain. They do have counter magic though. But I think I like this more than Pack Rat. Although, maybe Pack Rat's actually good. Yeah, Pack Rat could be a plan. I'll bring in Yawgmoth's Bargain over Yawgmoth, I think. Yeah, we'll run it like this. No library, opponent. Please have mercy and do not draw a library. Well, this hand is pretty bad. I think I'm going to keep it, though, just because it has good mana, and this is also a pretty powerful combo. We can just play Midnight Reaper on 3 and then Croaks on 4 and draw a card from it, but we're going to die to library, so... But there's not really a hand we can mulligan to that beats that. So, like, the only way you can really beat it is to go either really fast, which our deck can't really do, or have, like, a bunch of discard spells. Okay, opponent's on a mulligan, which actually does mean if they play library, Croaks it, we can just Croaks on turn 2 to mess them up. So that's pretty sweet. Although if they have Night's Whisper, they can get back out of it. Island, okay. Of course, they could also just play Ancestral. Yeah, their deck is good. Their deck is... It basically is just a better version of our deck, frankly. I think we do have better interaction. So maybe against like the deck we played in the last round, we would be favored more than them. But in a grindy mirror, then they're just in a really good shape. Okay, Jace is fine. Pack Rat. Would have liked to draw that last turn. I'm going to play Midnight Reaper this turn. Okay, that's a fine trade for us. We still get to draw a card. Then we can go... Ooh, I like just killing off the Jace here. This also threatens to kill their Lily next turn. So we'll pitch the Swamp. I sort of hope they discard a land, because then Croaks is more likely to hit them for 3. Massacre Worm. Okay, they could reanimate that, which would be a little bit... That would be pretty bad, I guess. Because then their Lily would be a problem. Okay, just killing that is fine. I mean, their Lily on it is going to continue to uptick, but that's actually not that bad. So we can go Croxa. And then play a Rat. Good that they just discard Languish. That would be good against a Rat. I'll play a land here. And then if they... if they might be able to clear out their hand and then plus and hit nothing, which would be a little bit annoying. Oh, man, do they have a 5-drop? Oh, that's the worst case scenario by a lot. We can get back Croxa, which is something, but that's pretty rough. Yeah, I think that's going to kill us off here. So we lose our Rat. Then we discard our Swamp. We can escape the Croxa, but then they can just make us sacrifice it with Lily. Is it worth it to just fire off this looting? I think it is. Just putting more cards in the graveyard so we can escape Croxa earlier. So I guess I'll just discard the Mox Jet. Don't think it really matters. Actually, do we want to just play Copter? I think that's better, actually. Yeah, I'll just go these two and then play Copter. Because the Copter can kill their Liliana next turn. And this also insulates us against this Liliana for this turn. We're taking 6 here. They didn't hit Uro. That's good for us. They also don't have green mana. So they play the Murderous Rider plus Liliana. Oh, are they not plussing this Liliana? That's really good for us. Okay, that's excellent. So now we can escape this. Of course, they could have a counterspell, but I'm not playing around them having something. We're behind by enough that we can't afford to do that. So this takes out their last card. And then we crew the Copter and kill Liliana of the Veil. Yeah, I think I would actually rather kill the Veil because Deathmatch, like, if they make us sack our Croaks, then we're in really bad shape. And so the problem is now that we're taking a big hit, we take... Oh, yeah, we go to 1. I don't really see a way we can win from this position, but maybe if we top deck a way to kill the Massacre Worm, although even, like, Chupacabra is our answer for that, and that's gone. They hit the arrow there. Put us to 1. So I don't think we have any draws. Miscalc is certainly not that. Yeah, all right, they got us. So that's a rough matchup. That's not a match. I mean, I think when we played that matchup 100 times, we win probably 25. Like, that's just a natural disadvantage. Like, between Ancestral and Library, they just have better card draw than we do, and our removal spells don't line up particularly great with theirs. I still think our deck is very, very good. Like, that's the worst case scenario, but against, like, a more traditional counter, like, control deck that's relying on, like, a bunch of counter magic, we could beat that easily. And we could beat certainly any creature deck pretty easily. We just don't want to play against, Ancestral and Library. So hopefully we can dodge that here, and I'll see you in the finals. All right, here we are for the finals against Zombies. We are on the play, which is excellent, and I'll keep this. We can go turn 2 Dark Confidant, and that can just win a lot of games on its own. No blue mana, but that's fine. And I don't want to Faithless Suiting here. Partially, the life total could matter, and secondly, we just don't know what we're up against. So I want to wait till I have more information here. All right, Croaks is an okay draw because we can pitch it to the Smuggler's Copter or the Looting, but number one priority is getting the Bob down. Hopefully this can start drawing us some cards. Pack Rat. Okay, so I think we can beat a Pack Rat here, but we do need to hit a land in our top 2. Okay, that's good. So we go... Do we want to loot? I think I will loot here. And then discard Croxa plus Click. And we can just play Copter. And I'm not going to attack. If they attack, or they actually can't attack because of the Copter, but yeah, I think I would rather keep the Bob around than trade off with the Pack Rat here. Kaya. Okay, that can exile our Croxa and our Faithless Suiting. So that's actually sort of annoying, but if we draw a land in our top 2 cards, we can kill the Pack Rat and then kill the Kaya. Give me that land. Nice. Okay, so land. Ravenous Choop. Crew and attack the Kaya. Definitely just going a swamp here. We have drawn quite a few black sources, but that's fine. I mean, yeah, we're very ahead on board, and we still have 4 cards in hand. So I think we're pretty favored here, but you never know in this format. Whoa. That's really weird that they killed our Chupacabra and not our Dark Confidant. And they also left up some mana. Okay, well, I'll just keep on drawing cards with Bob then. That's fine. Flametongue Kavu is a little bit costly in the life department. Do we just play the Kavu? Or I think I'm just going to play... Or we could play Glorybringer. But I don't really want to just jam that into a removal spell, so I'll just play the card I care less about. If they counter this, that's totally fine. Remand. Okay. Then we'll crew. Hoping to hit a blue source. Dang it. I'm just going to discard the Yawgmoth. It's just not that good, I think. I mean, it does give us a way to kill off our own Dark Confidant if that becomes a problem, but I don't think we're there yet. Play Mountain and pass. The Scarab God. Okay, that survives both Flametongue and Glorybringer. That actually could be a big problem. So, how do we beat that? Because that can make a Ravenous Chupacabra. Yeah, that can do a lot of things. I think we just need to get a little bit aggressive here. Go Glorybringer. Hit them for 7 in the air. And then they can make a Chupacabra, unfortunately, and kill our Glorybringer, but we're still getting in for some damage here. I'll discard another Mountain. And then Murderous Rider can be a tempo play to deal with the Scarab God. They can recast it, of course, but... Man, Scarab God is good against us. That's another card that is very hard for us to beat. They didn't make a Chupacabra in their upkeep, which is a little surprising. Fact or fiction? I'm just going to Spell Pierce this. This is not a very good play. They probably should have just gone for our Chupacabra, right? Because now we can just put them to 1. None of this does that much. I guess Phyrexian Metamorph does, or Phyrexian Revoker does let them shut down the Copter. I'll do it like this, I guess, but I think we can just kill them here. The Swift End does nothing because they're going to be at 1. So he took this pile. I've already played a land, so the land doesn't do anything. Yeah, we can just kill them. We go Swift End this, and then play the Strix and crew the Copter. Actually, I'll just kill them with a card they already know about, the Flametongue Kavu. The only answer they could have to the Kavu is a Force of Will, and if they play Force, then they're down to 7, and they still die to our Flyers, so there's no way that this could go poorly. So exert with that one and then hit with these as well. So yeah, they had an onboard way to survive there, and I think we would have been behind solidly if they had done so. They could have just killed this, and then they would only take 3 that turn down to 5, and it would be very hard for us to push through the last 5 points of damage. But they went from Fact or Fiction instead, so we are up a game. Hopefully we can keep it going. They are playing Esper. The Scarab God is a big problem, but we don't really have any answers to it. I guess you kind of revoke her the Scarab God, but that's not great. I think we're just going to run it back. Maybe we bring in Repeal. I guess I'll bring in Repeal over probably the Yawgmoth. Actually, I don't really know what to cut here. I think I'm just not going to bring in Repeal. It's good to get the Scarab God tokens, but I think we're just hoping to not let them get to the point where they're making Scarab God tokens. Okay, this hand is excellent. Turn 1, Miscalc. Turn 2, Dak. Turn 3, Ravenous Chupacabra, maybe. Hopefully they have a Signet. Yeah, I'll play this. And that was also a great job. We can, if they don't play, if we just like miscount, it like honestly, actually, almost no matter what, we'll probably just play Midnight Reaper next turn. I think that's better. Okay, definitely going to counter that. I'm still also so surprised by them killing our 2/2 with no text instead of our Dark Confidant with a Dismember. That was questionable. Okay, I'm going to get... We could also just click them. Actually, yeah, clicking them seems the best here. What you got? If they remand this, that's fine. Whoa. Huh. Well, I don't like taking a card here because they are mana screwed, but I really don't think we can beat a Bitter Blossom. So I'm going to take that. But their hand is terrifying. We really, like, yeah, that's actually a really good hand against us. The Scarab God and the Treachery are going to be problematic down the road. So they kill our dude. Now we can play... Ooh, Croaks is actually pretty good. Now we can play Midnight Reaper and... Actually, do we want to play Croxa? Or if we play Dak, that can get us towards Croxa a lot faster. But I think I like starting to attack them. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I also do want to use my black mana when I can, since that's the thing we're most constrained on. All right, that is fine. Drawing another red source isn't great. Okay, now I'm going to Dak. Discarding Croxa Mountain. Or just Croxa Looting, actually. No, I'll do Croxa Mountain. And then Watergrave tapped. And next turn we can escape Croxa. All right, sweet. So this was our deck. It was pretty good. Like, we had solid fixing, good cheap interaction. Basically, we just couldn't beat really unfair things, and so none of our matches felt particularly close. Game 1, round 1, we crushed them. Round 2, they pretty much just crushed us. There was some back and forth, but mostly they crushed us. And then in Game 3, we crushed them again. So 2-1. I would prefer if the games were a little bit more balanced, just because that is more interesting in my opinion. But it was still a pretty fun league, and our deck did some powerful things. It's always fun to use Croxa. This isn't the most commonly used card, but it was actually very good in our deck. I don't really think there's many. I guess if we had like more counter magic, that might have given us a chance in round 2. But counter magic can't beat library, so at least in game 1 we still would have lost that one. So yeah, I think we're basically like they just had a better version of our deck in round 2, so we're not going to trophy in that case. But definitely a fun league, even though we did not get the trophy. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.